How to add stock. This video will walk you through how to add stocks in your account using different businesses as examples. To add your stocks, kindly go to the app setting on the top right corner of the app. Select the settings icon and then click the stock tab, then proceed to step 1 tab to add the name of all the main products you stock in your shop. In the step 1 tab, click the blue icon with a plus sign on the bottom corner of the tab. Select product, after which input the main stock categories. Example, bulbs, LED panels, screws, cables, guards, sockets, Make sure for every stock category added, you put a comma, after which click on the Save button below. The second step involves creating the subcategories for the main product stock created in the Step 1 tab. To add the subcategories, click the Step 2 tab. Here, you will notice all the main categories you created in Step 1 tab. And below each category, you will see the number of subcategories you created for that main category. And by clicking the tab, you can be able to see the categories. In our case, we haven't opened any subcategories, so they are all 0. To add a subcategory, click on the Name tab that has that category that you want to add. For our case, we will click on cables, after which we will add the subcategory for the cables by clicking the icon on the bottom corner on the app. You will notice the cable category already selected. Proceed to the empty tab below and add the category for cables. For our case, we will add categories based on the cable company. Example, Medsec, EA, Coast, Finlay. Don't forget putting a comma for every stock created before saving. The third step can be optional. It will depend if you have more than one category for the main stocks created in Step 1. For our case, the cables category has more than one category. Click on the Step 3 tab to add more cable categories. Here, you will notice all the main product categories you had created in Step 1 tab, and below you will see the subcategories and subcategories in that tab. In our case, it's only the subcategories which will have items. All the subcategories will be 0. To further add more categories, click on the specific category tab you wish to increase categories. In our case, we will click on the cable tab, then proceed to the bottom right corner on the tab where you will see a blue icon that has a plus sign. Click on it to add more cable categories. The first step will be to select the main category branch that we want to open the subcategories. For our case, it will be the cables. The second step will be to select the subcategories that we wish to add another category. For our case, we will start with Medsec and then add categories below it. Note that if all the other cables subcategories, example, East Africa cables, Coast cables, and Finlay, have added categories, you will have to add them one by one. The third step will be to add the categories we want. Example, Flex, Single, Twin with Earth, which we will call TWE. Just like in the case of the other categories, don't forget to separate the categories with a comma before you save. The last and final step involves adding each stock individually. Note, we were just creating the stocks categories, not the individual stocks. To open each stock account, click on the Step 4 tab with a title Final Stock. Click on the blue icon with a plus sign on the bottom right corner of the app. To open a stock account like Medsec, click on the first tab and select the category you wish to open the stock account for. In our case, we will choose Cables. Another tab will open below, where you will select the category you wish to add stock. In this case, we will choose Medsec. After which, you will see another category below. Click on it to add another category. In our case, we will choose Flex. You will notice that there is a name suggestion in blue on the fourth tab. The name suggestion shows how the name will appear on the receipt or at the vendor app when selling. This section also gives you a chance to add one more category if you have more. For our case, we will add another category that has size and type. We will adjust the name to read 2.0mm Medsec Flex 2 Core. From here, we will proceed to select the unit. In our case, we will choose rolls. Input the quantities. We will enter 200. Then, lastly, we will put the buying price of 1 unit of the cables you are opening the account for. In our case, we will input 4,500. Don't put any commas or initials when inputting the price. Select the date and then save the stock account. We can choose to add East Africa Cables instead of Medsec. Select Finlay instead of Medsec. Then select Single. Since single category has no other categories, we will proceed to add the stock unit, quantity, and price, then save the stock account. We will use bulbs as an example. We will repeat the second to fourth step as we had already added bulbs as one of the main products we sell. Click the Step 2 tab and proceed to the bottom right corner of the app that has a blue icon. Here, we will click on the Select Category tab, just like we did on the first examples of cables. But instead of cables, we will click on bulbs. From there, we will proceed to add the extra bulb categories below that tab. We can differentiate the bulbs based on the bulbs company. Example, Philips, Osram, Don't forget to put a comma for every category added before saving the category. From here, we will proceed to Step 3 tab, where we can further add extra categories to differentiate the bulbs. Here, we will differentiate the bulb categories based on watts. You will note, by clicking the Step 3 tab, there is a list of all the main product stock we created in Step 1. And below each category, there is a subcategory and sub-subcategory indicating the number of added categories. For our case, since we haven't added any sub-subcategory, it will show 0. Click on the blue icon on the bottom right corner of Step 3 tab and proceed to select the first category as bulbs, from which we will proceed on to the second category and click on the bulb company. For our case, we will choose Osram to extend the categories. Example, 8 watts, 12 watts, 16 watts, 22 watts, The fourth and final step is to open the stock account. We will go to the bottom corner of the Step 4 tab and click on the blue icon and start putting our stocks. First, we will click on the first category and select bulbs. Second, we will go to the second category and click on Philips. Third, we will go to the third category and click on the watts we want to open the account for. In our case, we'll choose 8 watts. You will notice a name suggestion on the next category. Here, you can edit the name based on how you want it to appear on the receipt or at the vendor app when selling. This extra field also gives you an option to add another category. In our case, we will add ES to represent energy saving as an added category. We will delete the name bulbs and add ES in front of the category to have ES Philips 8 watts. This is just a suggestion. You can edit the name to your liking. From here, we will proceed to select the unit for sale. In our case, we will choose pieces. Then, we will proceed to select the amount of units we have currently in stock. For our case, we will put 100. Then, we will proceed to enter the buying price for 1 unit of bulb, then pick a date and save the stock. Note, you can view the saved stock from the drawer at the top left side of the app in the Home section. Here, you will scroll to Stocks and click on it. Then scroll to the specific stock you want to view. Example, you can select the Bulbs tab. To edit an already inputted stock, click once on that stock tab. From here, you can edit the stock name, stock price, and stock quantity. After finishing editing the stock, click on the Edit button to save. You can even delete the stock completely if you no longer stock it. Hope this video was helpful. In case of any problems, kindly go to the Help feature by clicking on the Settings icon on the top right corner on the Home menu of the app. Write down your issue and our team will accord you the assistance you may require.